It's been a long time coming.
Yeah.
And what better timing?
We could start over if you want.
We fucking got his ass on the network.
Yeah.
Monsieur Bonsignore.
That's right.
Is Bonsignore Italian?
Yeah.
Damn it. What is
It's
the...
not French.
Oui. Ouais. Are you a perfect person? Let's fucking jump into it. We got Marika Brownlee zooming in from New York. We've got Amir Blumenfeld on the sax.
Yeah.
Miles Bonsignore. Am I saying it correctly?
Not at all.
I've never said it
It's
out loud.
Bonsignore.
Bonsignore, when the moon hits your eye
Like a big pizza pie, Bonsignore. See, like, we're having fun.
We are rolling? Because I can't hear you.
You can't hear me at all.
Not at all.
You can't hear the sound effects?
I can
No,
hear
I
the
can hear
sound
the sound
effects.
effects.
Then that's all you need. Then do what Miles is doing, right?
Yeah, but hang on.
Yeah.
So you're starting with such a caustic energy.
No, because
Yeah.
I'm
By the
saying it doesn't matter, right? Like just
Well,
have
your
one
microphone
ear
needs
in.
to be on for sure.
Right, and we only
And
have
it is?
6 more minutes of recording space.
So that's not enough.
That's not enough.
Not enough
6
at all.
minutes.
Yes, so I'm going to stop the video.
Well,
It's going to be
sorry.
audio only for a second.
Sorry, it'll be
Unbelievable.
audio only by the way.
Stop
and also,
the video?
if we can't hear ourselves, does that mean that our levels are set?
Right,
Your levels are great. You guys are coming through in stereo.
This is my confused
here.
face. We added a third person
Which
while
one?
that's
Please
Welcome to
happening.
the show, Miles Bonsignore.
Have we plugged the backstairs yet?
Jeff, it's
I'll
really
try.
good to be here.
There will be plugs.
I just thought we'd start off with a quote of yours,
Yep.
just to sort of get us started here.
This
Yeah.
is my favorite Miles segment.
And this is something that you said in an interview. This is something. Sorry, no way.
Yeah, you said let's get it started. So
I'm
that's
so
another
glad
kind of
that you
thing.
used "Let's get it started" and not
Correct.
the other.
And not
version.
the other one. We've had this conversation.
Okay.
Sorry,
'Cause it
Jeff. In
seems
an
like you would get a
interview.
kick out of
Just
using
go.
the
Just
other.
do it.
I
Just
know.
do it. Just do it.
I would never.
Yeah, so when you were asked what is life giving to you, you said the music of Steely Dan and drinking good wine was what was life giving to you.
It sounds like you're in your feels.
Yeah.
Deep in them.
Sucks. This
I'm
really
not listening
sucks.
to anything.
Is it that bad?
I was
Why
just
don't you
could
just
only
do
have
this?
one ear. Yeah, but that's the same. Like that's the same thing. What do you mean?
No,
like
'cause then
taking
you
it
can
off?
hear it in the room.
Oh no, it's more
It's
balanced.
better.
It's okay. All right,
and
that's
if Miles
fine.
doesn't even fucking wear it. He says he's gonna wear it necklace style.
No, because the monitoring
necklace
situation in
style.
here
It
since the
kills.
get-go has always been silly.
Find yourself sighing when you sit down? Is that fair to ask?
I'm very tired, obviously, because
Why is that obvious?
Because the baby.
Okay.
So he sort of has trouble sleeping.
Listen,
And-
do you want some unsolicited advice?
You want to let me finish?
You sound like every lover I've ever had. Continue.
Oh yeah. When I talk to Geoff, I can see just one eye looking at me.
That's great.
In between the cameras.
Yeah.
That's incredible. And I love that there's 3 professional grade studio cameras and then Jeff's still rocking the GoPro.
GoPro, yeah. Somebody brought cookies. I was like, that was me.
I feel like we were all having a lot of fun before we walked in the studio.
It sounded fun.
Because we were talking about like your haircut versus Amir's haircut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The sour- the energy.
connecting. We were talking about prebiotic sodas.
We
and
were.
Ollipops.
Olipop.
I was gonna say Olipop. Yeah, the fact that marshmallows grow on trees like money.
Yeah, we're having like a lot of fun, like whimsical conversation.
I don't mind that.
You clearly do.
Oh, Jeff.
Jeff, what's wrong, honey?
Wrong. Sweetie, what happened?
Oh, Jeff, what happened?
Honey, what happened? Honey, what's wrong?
Tell us about Boxing Day, man.
Jeff.
Come on, we want to hear.
We moved past boxing. What's scarier, supernatural forces or bad parenting? That was an LA Times article headline, and I want to know what your guys' thoughts are.
Supernatural forces or bad parenting? Well, I guess bad parenting is like a more consistent evil.
Yeah. That's going to make the Twitter. Bad parenting is a more consistent evil.
Last
The
week.
Factually episode that just recorded.
Because I
on
just,
Tuesday.
by the way, I tuned this morning. I saw you posted an episode.
Sure.
Came off my YouTube algo.
Okay, did
popped
you watch
on
it?
there, and people were complaining that things were being deleted, things are not being recorded, and so now you're sort of carte blanche, just deleting the hard drive.
thinking.
I really don't know
What to delete.
what's going on. I just cleared space and now it's saying we still only have 6
Did you
minutes
empty?
left.
And I actually want to cut you off there.
Yeah.
Did you empty?
Did you empty the trash? Because if you put something in the trash, that
Still
doesn't
on
mean
the
that it's
computer.
gone. And so what you need is to sort of take a deep breath, realize who you are and what you're up to.
What's happening is that on the drive,
Mm-hmm.
there is no longer the Headgum Podcast episode from
last
Tuesday.
Yeah.
That came out today.
But did
We
you
don't need
empty the trash?
Well,
Did-
it's just in the trash on my laptop,
Yes,
which
but-
doesn't matter.
Oh, we heard
No,
it.
but it-
we heard it. That was the
But you,
emptiness.
yeah. So when the drive is plugged in,
Sure.
while the drive is plugged in, if you empty the trash,
Okay.
technically the drive has a trash.
All right. This says if I were you ads. Is that fine?
I would keep those just because they might not have been released yet.
All right. And then this says,
This
Is it
all-
interesting? So you have ads
Dope-
that are coming out on the show that does not release
this is
Exactly.
so
in the
fucked
back
up.
catalog.
Do you guys have any Bonds of the Week, Christmas edition style?
It's got to be, and I know I've said this before, but it's got to be Addison Rae reprising the role. She's hot off of that movie Thanksgiving that I didn't see yet, but Patrick Dempsey was in it, and I just got to support Eli Roth.
So you think she's
Now-
just going to keep bouncing holidays?
I think she's gonna. I hope she does Easter next because he has risen, and then I hope he also. I hope that the dream is that it's a Bond swap.
Okay.
It's sort of like a-
sorry, you hope that Addison Rae does an Easter film because Christ is risen.
Because he's back and he's ready to go. But I am hoping I'm hoping that it's okay. Picture this: Addison Rae, Scrooby, that's Bond, and then Jacob Elordi is the Bond guy.
The
Alright.
villain.
No, like a Bond
Bond
girl.
girl, but a
Like
Bond
a Bond
guy.
girl, but it's the Jacob Elordi's the Bond guy, and he's sort of a little
I'm listening.
check, please.
Yeah,
And speaking
I'll
of
have
check-
what I'm having.
Are we still rolling?
Yeah, we'll just use the boom audio for that 4 minutes. Anya just said that we're good to go.
Boom
awesome.
audio from what?
You mean
From the sorry,
It's that
He's
it
getting-
picked it up.
You see that he's getting, hey, Jeff, how's your blood pressure?
it's hypertense. We'll be right back.
It's hypertense.
First time as a father on the show, right?
Yes.
And how does that spark joy to you to have?
I mean, it sparks joy for me to be a daddy, but I don't know that it sparks joy to be to you, to me, a daddy.
You're not understanding the question. How does it spark joy for you to be a father, for me to have?
That's exactly what he answered.
I think I did answer, and I think you're confused.
It's
I
interesting
played
that Jeff's
clarinet
talking about
because of
music, though,
Squidward.
because he says, I take a
Oh.
lot of inspiration from music. When I write, I usually hop back and forth between my laptop and my guitar.
No.
I've really...
To whom it may concern, an email. Oh wait, I'm gonna do a sick chord. Just give me a minute.
I didn't. It's so funny because I did so little prep for this, and it's like cutting so deep.
Anyway, here's Wonderwall.
Oh my God.
I googled
Crazy.
Jeffrey James interview, and the first thing that came up hasn't been brought up to you in a silly context before, which is so surprising.
How's everybody feeling today? I feel like everybody's on different wavelengths.
Feeling good. Got some editing done on a
The
YouTube.
car accident yesterday.
I did get into a car accident yesterday, but I'm okay, thankfully.
Oh my God.
It was crazy. It was right before the Headgum Mario Kart live stream,
and you still made it.
and I gunned it to the studio. And I said,
He was hit with a blue shell.
I got hit from behind by baby Goomba. No, a guy peeled out in front of me. Came out of nowhere. It sounds a lot like I wasn't paying attention, but the guy peeled across several lanes of traffic in front of me, and I hit his back corner of his car because he was trying to get ahead of me and make this turn. And then I was like, fuck. And I stopped, turned on my hazards, got out of the car to be like, let's check on this guy, make sure he's okay, and also see if his car's okay. I hit him, and then he just kept driving. And I think
And we
that
should
he
say
was...
that when you showed up to the studio, you said, I got hit by a car.
It was a hit and run, but I hit him and he ran. Because I think he was either drunk or didn't have a license
Or you were brandishing a gun.
I did not have anything like that.
You didn't have. You didn't
I had
have
my
any-
Pro Nintendo Switch controller though.
Okay.
Which he might have been intimidated by.
Sure.
I was
And
holding it.
How were you brandishing it? Yeah.
I was holding it like a gun.
What's something about Miles that rubs you the wrong way? And I'm gonna go on record saying I didn't think Miles was gonna be here for this.
Miles, we should say, is Zach's producer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, our
And the Try
podcast
Guys
producer.
DP.
Yeah, former DP used to film all our videos. I'm looking at him now because there's just things that I could choose from. I would say I don't love the way that he has dress socks bunched down over Nike Air Force Ones. I would say that's not a good look and not something I want to see in my office.
You first messaged me on Instagram July 13th. And you said, do you want to do the show sometime in the next 2 weeks? I
Yes,
said, yeah, I'd
receipts.
love to. He didn't respond for a month.
Yeah. Then he responds 7 months later, hey, I'm running late.
Yeah. I hit him back with, hey, just checking in on this, nothing for 2 more weeks.
Yeah.
Until I say, hey, just one final time. And I make a little joke. He responds a week later, let's do this thing. And then, like, I respond immediately, to which he says nothing.
This is all good to know for the new supervising producer. I'm happy to have this info.
Did you, at any point, did you take that personally, or did you kind of figure this?
Sure, but I knew. But I knew. I was like, I'm sure he's just busy.
No.
And every time he'd respond.
No.
And then Thursday he said, "Great, I'm so glad you're doing the show. I'll send you a calendar invite." No calendar invite.
That's
Never.
true as well.
And then I got it this morning, and I was like, I'm psyched to be doing the show.
And then
And
you were late.
Now, seeing
And then
how
DM
off the
about
rails
being
it
late.
is, do you understand that?
Yeah.
Now, do you not take it?
No,
personally?
I don't take it personally.
Okay, I'm good. I'm
get
good.
it,
I'm
and
glad.
and I'm happy to be here.
I'm happy to have you here. You're one of our best guests thus far.
Really? That's really nice.
Second place, I think, was like some kind of healthcare benefit. And
That is psycho. Sorry.
Third-
You're competing for health care?
Second place was a breakdancer who won dental.
And everyone else gets jacked. Jesus.
All right,
It's your
I'm just gonna
body
drop
and
you
your-
guys into the fucking deep end here. Here we go, Miles. Let's start us off with this Santa Baby updated version. You ready?
Yeah, here we go.
I'll count you in. Not yet. Not yet. Here we go, Santa Baby.
Santa baby, I wish you'd let Santa come all over me, da-da, and put my penis all on the tree, Santa baby. So hurry up my skirt tonight.
You're talking to Santa and you're telling him that you wish that Santa, as if he was a third party, would let him come all over you. And
So
then you wanna-
I wrote, directed, and produced a documentary.
It doesn't fucking matter. That was 15 years ago.
Why do you want to put your penis all over
All
the
over
tree?
the tree?
Because the tree is the sexiest tree to have at Christmas. It's got the lights. It's
It has
got
the legs.
sounds.
It doesn't have sounds. The tree does not have. That's the one thing it doesn't have. It has every other sense. It has visual. It has, you can touch it. It has it has a smell, and you can taste it. It does not have a
My
sound.
penis all
All of Polo Ralph Lauren's stores are amazing, but the flagship one on 57th and Park is gonna be the one they are most excited about.
God. Oh, what a bummer that you know that.
Yeah.
I don't think anything I just said was correct.
Still,
57th and Park.
they don't even intersect.
The sound makes me think the GoPro is turning off. It's like really disorienting me. I do. I mean, yeah, I'm sort of a cook. I made steak and eggs the other day, and that was kind of good.
Steak and eggs is not a good meal, I would say.
Really?
I think it's gross. It's too much animal.
Really? Wow. Say more.
Okay.
How did you cook both the steak and the eggs?
Well, I've been freezing meats for a while because my
So
mother-in-law
not cooking.
took us to Costco. And
That's the
she's-
opposite.
Yeah, she took us to Costco and she said we had really good steaks there. So she kind of bought us a bunch of steaks. I sliced them all up, put them in the freezer, and 6.5 months later, I made steak and eggs. And
And
But
potatoes.
also freeze the eggs.
Yeah, the eggs are of course frozen.
It's an egg custard cold.
Yeah.
A savory egg custard.
A savory egg ice.
Like a Slurpee?
Like a Luigi's Italian.
Allie's woman 2. Miles is woman 1, you said?
Yeah.
Marika's Jeffrey. All right, great. And then Zach, you're on scene direction.
Yeah, everybody have this.
Casey's
Everybody
a
have the
future
script.
guest.
I do the
Yes.
script. And just to ask just a couple, am I Italian in this or?
Play it straight. Play it straight. The comedy's supposed to come from kind of like the realism.
Oh, realism. Okay, cool.
So there's not real Italians.
So I'm from Rochester,
Italian?
New
No,
York,
you're
but I didn't grow
normal.
up.
You're just normal.
Italian
Okay.
by descent.
We're
but
straight.
Speaking with a normal
Sounds like
American
an
accent.
We're
Italians.
straight Italians. Sorry, I
We're
should.
straight. Play
Yeah.
it straight.
Okay.
I have a question.
Okay.
What, I'm sure I've asked this in the past, but it's been a while since I've been on this show. And I'm wondering, what is it?
I was actually also wondering that.
Because it's like we're getting news segment jokes, like kind of like a Weekend Update type of vibe. But then
Yeah.
we're also getting Bond of the. I guess like what, like the why of the show.
Yeah. And it takes away some of your, and just to pile on.
Right, just to do that.
Just to add insult to insult.
It takes away some of your sort of evil power to be behind the desk while we're all over here.
Yes, completely.
Yeah.
I thought it was sort of like Ozzy.
No.
No, I can barely see you because there's like a camera and another camera. Like you're behind.
Do you want to take a picture on your phone and we'll put it in right
you're
here?
behind 2 tripods. It's difficult to kind of render you.
Yeah.
I have a clip I'd like to set up. This is
I really am not sure about the clip you're going to
this is a conversation with myself post shower from the Jeffrey James Vimeo.
How do you find this shit, man?
Now, it looks like Jeffrey's younger. This is from 7 years ago.
This was an assignment for film school.
This is an assignment for film school, and
Yep.
I just want to tee up the clip. Jeff, do you want to say anything about the clip before we play it?
Just that I'm already embarrassed that this is about to be played. Do you want me to play it on that?
Yeah, I would love if you could play it for everybody.
I mean, I don't want to play it for anybody,
up the
but just
clip.
because you went through the effort of finding it.
Well, every
I'll
time
do
I
you the
join the
service.
show, I'd like to bring a little bit of a segment of my own.
You like to embarrass me publicly and physically.
At Jeff's expense. And I think sometimes Jeff forgets that everything is Googleable. Last time, of course, I brought a very intimate, emotional interview with Jeff.
Yeah.
Where he said that he plays comedy like a guitar.
Like a glove, I said.
Like a glove.
I wear it like a guitar and I play it like a glove.
And so I'm really excited about this clip. And everyone, please check out Jeffrey James's Vimeo for a conversation with myself post shower.
And the good thing is that everything will be scrubbed by the time the episode comes out. Here we go.
All right, here we go. Conversation with myself post shower.
Can't hear it.
Can't hear anything.
Well, thanks so much
We won't be able to.
for sitting down.
And this is just Jeffrey, and I can see that he's got some wine bottles in his college dorm in the back there. Is that what is that? Is that sweet vermouth, Jeff?
This says Samsung the frame. Why, like this? How is it my fault that it's not playing out of this? I did everything correctly.
Like, and I guess like my question is, what?
showered me.
You're over 100 episodes into the
I know you
show,
got a
right?
lot going
Almost
on,
200,
so
yeah.
It's an honor.
Jesus. Oh my God. In the mix, it seems like it's not going to be that loud.
Yeah, that's
it's
because
always loud.
fucking Grace Harper does her magic, our new mix engineer.
Oh, that's
Nice.
I guess the, like,
rice burn. Instead of
you
Skyfall.
latched onto this type of joke and brand how many years ago? And you've sort of been milking it dry since?
Probably 5.
5 years.
2.
No, it's
No.
pre.
No, Rhythm of the
pandemic.
Rice was December
But
2021.
when did the Exactly Rice shirt come out? That's the predecessor to that.
Yeah.
That was years and years ago.
That's
And you've
true.
been sort of playing the same drum.
Yeah.
The joke is just replacing the word right with rice.
Yeah.
That's the whole joke.
That's right.
That's it.
Singe rice like sand.
And again, I just want to, and I hate to, this is a bit from how many years? 7 years ago?
It was last fall.
No,
No,
you've been doing rice
you've been
bits for the better
Oh,
part of
Omsby? Are you talking about Omsby?
I don't, whenever the rice situation. for
3.5
you-
years ago.
No,
No, more.
It's been much
been more.
longer.
Oh, the Exactly Rice.
Yes.
So 5 years.
Yeah. So it was 5 years ago to the day that sort of came into your life, and then we're sort of here rehashing.
I don't like endings.
Do you think that the three of us should commodify our friendship into sort of a will they, won't they parasocial thing where we kind of...
A love triangle?
Not a love triangle, Geoff, and it's offensive that you asked that because even though Riley and I are in amazing relationships and you also are in a relationship...
Why is mine not an amazing one?
Because you're a sour egg of sorts.
Oh, right.
It's where
I'm a reg egg. I'm a regular egg.
It's where they boil the egg in the onsen hot spring.
I had hard-boiled eggs for breakfast.
Back into it, but it feels like Miles has something specific that
I'd
he
like
wants
to
to get done.
unbox the 2023 Listener's Choice Winner Award.
Winner award. Every award is a winner award.
This is the 2023 Listener's Choices. It comes with care instructions.
Okay.
To clean, use soft and dry cloth only.
Yes, this will melt in a washer dryer situation.
And it does also come with some silica gel.
So what part of it
American
stays fresh?
Psycho.
And of course, the Signal Award for 2023 Listener's Choice winner of advice and how-to for perfect person. Thank you for the voting. And of course, we would be remiss. If not to also give a shout out to the 2023 Silver winner.
You won first and second place.
Yeah, I won first in silver.
Some of those goals, Geoff. I guess I'm curious. Maybe this is a situation where we can deepen our relationship.
I don't think so, because I think they're embarrassing to talk about, and I like to move in silence like lasagna.
What? Like you wanted to? I mean, the CBS. You were sort of on a CBS thing.
Sure, but that's a one-off. We live in a gig economy, so it's like just because you do that doesn't mean anything else is ever going to happen.
You got hired through Lyft to do that.
I got high in a Lyft to do that.
Plug your guys' stuff up top.
Plug it up.
You all have a lot going on.
We haven't proven ourselves in the stage of comedy yet.
All right, I'm editing this crazy too because it's Headgum After Dark.
Yeah.
Say it with me, obviously.
Well, I leave the cabinet doors open. Okay. She doesn't care for that.
No, not you and your partner, you and Brad.
Oh, Brad, what do you think that we don't agree on? Because I see that you've got a really cool tube television in the back that takes VCRs, and I'm thinking that that's really nice.
Yeah, we definitely agree on that.
Yeah.
I don't know. What's your stance on just kind of the entire state of the economy?
It's pretty bad, right?
Yeah, I agree there.
Yeah.
Well,
what about the monarchy? How do you feel about the British royalty?
I don't care about that at all, and I think it sucks.
No, it's not talk to this person about it. It's just
Me
state
either.
3 things you think that they disagree with you on. So
Yeah.
I was going to do Casey, right?
Do you
I
like
would be
Tom Cruise? Because I think
And
he's.
we'll go.
I like Tom Cruise.
I do too.
This was a dummy episode.
Miles, we actually have a lot in common.
We have a lot in common, I think.
Okay, either of you guys are getting a
We
point
should
for this
definitely
round.
hang.
We
Will
should
and
hang
Casey.
sometime,
Will and
yeah.
Casey, 3 things you... Casey, name 3 things you think
Birkenstocks?
that Will doesn't
That's
agree with you
right.
on.
Dude, I have the same ones.
They're
Sweet.
nice. I'm loving it.
Those are
man.
sick.
I think they should keep going. They're really hitting it off.
Let's
Yeah.
move on to number 9.
The whole thing was we were supposed to fall in love.
Let's talk about this. Are you rich?
No. I'm
you're,
rich.
Well, you're wearing a corridor sweater.
Oh, so my friend works at Corridor.
Fucker. Everybody knows my other buddy's is
Shout out my friend Zach Threlkeld. He works at Corridor, and he just like sent me the sweater.
My other buddy's buddy owns Industry of All Nations.
I don't know what that is. How much is that sweater? Is it like
It's like $200.
It was like a $200 sweater. I think I got it for like $110.
Yeah, and that's a sweater that'll last a life.
It's gonna last a long time. And I also didn't have any good clothes. I felt not confident in all my clothes.
Yeah, they
So
were
I
all
was-
threadbare. I didn't want to say anything when you're on the tripod.
Well, they're all like
That's why
shirts
he was
that.
ghosting you.
Yeah, that's right. He was ghosting me because of my outfit. Well, I just was like, I wanted to buy a bunch of clothes that was gonna make me feel confident.
Yeah.
And this sweater, I feel fucking cool and hot in.
And you look it too. And I want to ask, and you don't have to answer this, and we'll go to commercial break either during your answer or right after.
Yeah.
Has the confidence that the sweater has bared shown dividends in
cash?
your sex life?
In my sex life.
With your
with my
betrothed.
pregnant wife, yeah.
Yes.
Well, Geoff, it has.
Oh my God. That's awful.
We'll be right back.
Yeah.
I have to let you guys know is that we were fine the whole time.
What?
I interpreted as
Was this a
6
prank?
minutes. No.
Was 6 hours.
Was 6 hours
Oh.
of free disk space.
Okay.
So have you never, and I don't know how this company runs, but
Yeah.
have you never done sort of someone says, hey, Jeff, here's how the things work.
Yeah.
Here's what I'm also
A
realizing
tutorial.
is that
A tutorial.
Miles is off camera on all 3 of these cameras. What we're going to need is that I'm going to need to just hang on.
Luckily, we have the vlog.
We have this one going still, but I might have to end it right now because we don't need it anymore and I don't want to take up the space, right?
Sure.
So it's been recording this whole time.
What you guys are failing to understand is that we are good to go.
Okay, you almost spilled
Should-
coffee.
You almost spilled, sorry, you almost just
Full
spilled cold brew.
glass of cold brew.
Yeah.
All over the
I
wire.
kind
All
of
over
hit
the
this
F8,
one.
all
Yeah,
over
it
the
almost
A10.
went over the
All over
headphones,
everything.
the wireless keyboard, and
Yeah.
ultimately the audition session as well.
Should
What
we
we're
do
gonna
like
need
a
to do is
shift
a
down?
shift. Well, no, because then
Well,
that's
what if
gonna
you
fuck
just-
the whole thing up.
you
Right?
put it
Yeah,
at the
because Miles
camera,
is not
though.
on camera.
No, you're not on any camera.
No,
Right.
no,
You were
So
on
should
where
he
is
sit
that?
over here?
You were on the vlog on my phone,
Which is off now.
which is off now and not a good frame to be in.
But what if you move that camera over a little bit?
What
Or you-
I'm going to do in mere seconds when you guys wax amongst yourselves is I'm going to shift this camera towards Miles.
just the wide?
No, also this fucking single, the double, right?
So that's a single on Allie right now.
Right now, that is ultimately a close-up on Allie with a little bit of, it's dirty on Miles.
Yeah.
It is dirty on Miles.
And on the love seat that I'm on, are we
Yeah.
getting a 2-shot of me sitting next to an empty
So let
chair?
me go to that one. That's going to be a lot of empty space.
a lot of empty
It's
space.
gonna
So
be,
why doesn't Miles just sit here?
So should I
Right,
just
because-
move over there?
Well, do you be my guest? Be my guest, see if the
Literally
microphone's
be your
even
guest.
on.
Yeah.
Because
He
I
should
don't
be
think
your
it
I don't
is.
know if this microphone's on because you told me I didn't even need to hear myself.
Yeah.
I didn't even need to hear. And I actually
Now you have
asked,
the headphones issue.
I actually came into your studio and I said, "Can I hear myself?" And you said, "You don't need to hear yourself."
Can I hear myself think?
Thank God
No.
Miles is here.
What do you mean?
Like an
What if
actual
this-
producer.
What if
Yeah.
I was Jake Johnson? What if I was
It would have been
freaking
amateur hour.
Marissa Tomei?
He would have rolled his eyes and walked
Musician
out.
or
If you
actor.
think that I wouldn't have shown up an hour and a half early to Tomei,
What?
What?
then you're fucking shitting yourself.
So you think that my time is not as important as Marissa Tomei's?
Your time is objectively not as important as Marissa
Marika
Tomei.
Tomei.
That's really
That's
good.
just a combination of 2 different names that don't have anything to do with each other.
Olivia
Barely hear that.
Rodrigo,
We
All
can
American
barely hear
Bitch.
that.
Is it the SNL
What did you just say?
performance?
Oh, that's the name of a song.
Is this the SNL performance?
This is the SNL.
That's for sure.
I thought that you just called her that. I didn't know that was the name of an album
This
or
is
song.
Olivia Rodrigo, the all-American bitch.
No, not the. N.
Hey guys, Olivia Rodrigo's a bitch. Let's hear the song.
the most cancelable radio DJ
Olivia
ever.
Rodrigo, all-American bitch. Let's hear this song.
Let's hear
Here's
good
an artist
for
that's
you.
never done anything wrong. Michael Jackson. I had to advertise the housing thing as part of the pledging process.
Did you make it? Were you a brother?
Yeah, and then immediately I was like, "This isn't fun anymore." And that was that semester, the second semester where I was a full brother, was the year that
Full
Trump
brother.
got elected,
Mm-hmm.
and people in the house were celebrating. So I was like,
Not for you.
Oh,
Yeah,
Trump was
that's
elected
enough.
and people were like, let's do a kegger. And you said,
Not
I
like-
actually do theater.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Oh, I do improv. That's my brotherhood.
Is there a frat that voted with her?
Miles, I think I'd like to take you out for the aforementioned friends dinner, where we go to L&E Oyster Bar. We both get Negronis, and maybe some of our other friends are there. Maybe you meet some new faces. I'm not sure. You seem like an extroverted guy. Maybe you meet some new friends, people you would vibe with. We're getting the fries. We're dipping them in mayo and then ketchup. We're getting the lobster rolls. You get the hot, I get the cold. We split them and we have half of each, right? And to wash it all down, not on the menu, but we ask them to blend ice cream into a milkshake. And we also bring our own malted milk powder. So
you're gonna get fucking diarrhea. You're eating hot lobster and a milkshake that you made them make with malt powder.
And cold lobster, apparently. Cold, hot and cold, and we split them.
You almost got a smile out of them, and then it quickly turned to disgust.
I know. I was kind of like psyched at first
to be honest. And then I think that the longer
I started panicking when I got to dessert.
It was long before dessert.
So it's instead of like, so what can you do on a Saturday night alone? It'll be.
That is the only Sondheim reference you ever sing.
So what can you do with a boss named M as Bond? Fuck you guys, right? Because I put a lot of effort into this shit.
Did you?
He Googles one thing, clicks on the first result he says, everybody's dying, everybody's in stitches.
How much time and also what chords
Hour and a
after
half.
writing that did you play on the guitar?
And a half.
What song did you play after writing that?
I'm gonna go with Harry Styles.
Fine. Mel?
I'm going to go with Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Oh,
Lin-Manuel Bonduranda.
Yeah.
Riley?
I was 007.
What do we think this is priced at?
It's hard to tell the size of this. Is this meant to carry a human in the air?
It's meant to keep someone surfing at their will.
Okay.
$279.
Okay.
Why are you mad at that?
Ooh. You're out of the game. You're out of the game for the Outland. If you guess that far off, you're out of the game.
No
Casey?
way.
Wow. I'm sorry.
Go wait in the kitchen, Miles.
I'm gonna go wait in the
Wait,
kitchen.
so if you're far off,
Thank you so much, Miles.
No one else got
Well, if anyone else has that bad of a guess, maybe, but I think they're all in line.
so but if I guess badly, I get to get out of the game.
Yeah.
This is a $1 million kite.
$1 million kite.
Yeah, that's pretty wrong. So actually, I think
All
Miles
right.
is back in because Casey's was so off that
What?
yours is contextual. Well, we're grading on a sliding scale.
Well, I
now.
figured action sports kites got to be pricey, so they know they're made of.
Yeah.
There's never been more of a dud. There's never been more of a dud on the show. We're moving on. There was a lot more of
Wait, I
these.
didn't get to guess.
There was
many
these
more
many
guesses?
more.
I actually have a question about your inspiration, Jeffrey, because
Yeah.
I understand that you take a lot of inspiration from music.
Music,
Quote,
yeah, exactly.
When I
right.
write, I usually hop back and forth between my laptop and my guitar.
Roasted. That's my favorite
Maybe
one.
that's your problem. You're putting too many guitars.
That's my
Focus
favorite
more on like
thing.
comedy writing and like just that general concept.
He's still writing, but it's like cumbersome.
Have that on speed dial.
It's so fucking awesome.
Well, I guess maybe you could start us off. Like, what's something you're looking to adventure in the bedroom? And is this like you're not seeing anybody? You're sort of single and alone, and you're looking for. I'm just trying to get a full picture. But this is like someone you're meeting on Tinder, and you're like, hey, like let's go to fucking, and then like.
I don't like how close to my house that is. How the fuck does he know? Where do you live in town, man?
He's out Jeffreying you.
This is so fucked up.
Yeah. You go, and after like one beer, you're like, let's go back to my place. And she's like,
I want to try something interesting.
The person has a history of promiscuous sexual behavior.
yeah. Well, you told me
Yeah.
you're at Birds trying to pick up every night.
But you can say anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent. By the way, I have a question for you, Geoff.
Oh God.
I guess I was just wondering if you could explain to me just sort of the year that trembled, you played Phil.
What's that?
This is sort of like, I guess I just had a couple.
This is Jeff's resume.
This
Oh, I
is
see.
SAG-AFTRA, full email, full website.
Where did you get that?
Just Google. Like this was sort of just available for me.
Yeah, but that's like a really old resume.
Well, I just was curious that you put your high school theater productions on it.
Right, because that's I think the first resume I ever made. How the hell did you find
So you
that?
thought that like I'm a casting director.
Can you show that to the camera?
Yeah. So this is Jeff.
Yeah, I'm looking at this. I didn't help you do any of this.
Were you SAG-AFTRA at the time?
Yeah.
Having done only high school musicals?
I did Lonely and Horny. That's on there.
No.
That wasn't SAG.
No, wait,
Yes,
no,
it
it's-
was.
Oh, yes, it is. Yeah. Supporting
Yeah.
Lonely and Horny.
And then I did the hosting job with College Humor, right? Musically. Beat the
yeah.
Q.
I don't think that's even on there. Headgum Live is on there. Beat the Q is on there.
Yeah, that's how I got into SAG, was Lonely and Horny and Beat the Q.
Jesus.
So basically, Amir got you into SAG.
Yeah.
I didn't even know I was in SAG. I can't believe you're in it because of me.
You might not be in SAG, but it was a SAG production.
You listed 6 high school theater credits.
Ooh, what are they?
6.
He played.
The Year That Trembled, we should say, by the way, was a really,
350.
really bad play.
Yeah.
About an
written
earthquake?
by a local guy in Cuyahoga Falls or whatever, about the Vietnam War and draft anxiety. I was depressed that semester because every night I had to cry over my dead buddy from Vietnam in play rehearsal.
You were 15.
6 to 9 p.m. And I'm having to like induce tears.
Yeah.
About a veteran.
What day is Boxing Day? The 26th?
The 26th, yeah.
So it's
Miles,
Unboxing
what does
Day.
Boxing Day mean to you?
I think that the 26th sounds like a day where Julian will be up, his daycare's closed as hell, so we'll be sort of taking... we'll be sort of...
Your son's daycare is closed as hell.
Yeah, around the end of the year, daycare's closed up, and they say, hey, parents, I know you guys
Julian's
wanted...
up, his daycare's closed as hell.
Yeah, I know you wanted to be productive, but guess what? You've got the little guy, and it's for every single hour of the day.
Sat on my lap and watched like the first lap with me.
What the hell
What
was
is
that?
that?
Perverted
That's Andrew Pyle
shit.
talking about his son being on his lap, Santa style,
Did
right?
you cue
Are you
that
gonna
up?
have the little
Did you cue
tyke?
that up just for this
Just for him
episode?
to talk about Julian?
No, that was actually for a Pitwell episode that we had months ago. Anyway, so do you have Julian on your lap, or have you not had him for Christmas? This is his first Christmas, right?
Do you think I'm divorced? Have I not had him for Christmas? No, we do have, by the way.
Do you
we-
have him for Christmas this year?
He
and
wasn't
my wife-
born last year yet.
Me and my wife both do have him. It's his first Christmas. We're going to probably take him to Santa because we think it'd be funny.
Yep.
And he'll kind of
Which
not
one?
understand.
The Grove or?
That's a good question. I don't know. What do you think's the best Santa? The Grove or the Americana or the Galleria or the
My
what?
apartment, or
Are you gonna dress? If you dress up as Santa, I would bring him to your apartment.
I think it'd be good for him to have like
There'd be no lines. There'd be no lines to the workshop.
I agree. By the way, I think that he should see all types of Santa.
Santa's white. Let's be honest.
You
I mean,
just-
this
sorry.
year we're saying it. The war on Christmas is over and Santa's won.
So I started making these like home videos that I would post on YouTube.
It doesn't matter. I also want people to know that if I'm assigned that I'm supposed to be saying that Studio H is better than Studio G, it's going to be tough for me. So here we go.
So it
Spinning
seems
the
like
wheel.
you have a lot of caveats about the segment that you
Who
started.
will be arguing for Studio G is going to be Miles.
So I have to say that this studio is better than the other one.
Exactly right. Okay.
Absolutely.
And-
Happy to. Thank you. Quiet sound effect. Quiet. Very quiet.
And then
And are you assigning
and are you
everybody
assigning
else?
everybody
the
else?
other?
No. I'm going to spin it again because who's going to be Miles' teammate rooting for Studio G? Here we go. Spinning the wheel.
Quiet. Very quiet sound effect.
I hope it's not Geoff.
Yes! Studio G!
What? That is the happiest I've ever seen Geoff. He
All
just
right.
screamed. He just with glee. Look at that. What is that?
This
He
is
was so pissed when this
Studio
thing stopped
Geoff.
recording.
It's hard to believe that none of his arguments are going to be pre-planned.
I know, because he clearly did a lot of work on this.
We also didn't see the thing spinning.
No.
It will be. It'll be on the episode. I just can't screen share as well as in Studio H. So in that way, I guess Studio G is not as good.
Isn't cork a type of wood?
Is that, yeah, what is cork?
Miles, can we get a number crunch on cork?
Yeah, is it mostly wood? Is it half wood, half like rubber? Is it some sort of completely synthetic something else entirely?
I think it's I think it's something else.
It's the
entirely.
outer bark of a cork tree.
Oh, it's a specific tree.
I'm also saying plug your shit because Melanie doesn't know who you guys. Well, she knows Riley. She doesn't know who the fuck you
Hey,
are.
it's nice to meet you, by the way. I have a podcast called Perfect Person. It's Culinary Show.
Oh my God. You said you didn't want to plug.
It has a lot of listeners, so you're actually sitting with podcast royalty.
I don't know about that. I mean, it's we do okay. People listen. It's nice.
That's
Melanie's
someone
like
who
the
is doing
most.
very well. So if someone goes, yeah, we do okay. It's nice.
100 million listeners a pop.
That's too many.
So many listeners that you get rolled up on by the pops.
By the pops.
Yeah, and that was a pop. So watch the levels.
Okay. I think, why would you embarrass your parents like that? By saying it on a podcast. So, if I could change one thing about the way I was raised.
This is so bad. We have to be quicker. We have to be quicker.
I know.
Rapid fire. There's like 40 more questions.
Whose fault do you think this is?
Y'all's. I created the list of questions. It's supposed to be rapid fire.
I want you to say how you think this was going to go.
Good. I thought it would be kind of funny.
Okay, all right.
Casey was here when I was
Let me
finishing
ask
the
you
list
this.
of questions.
Let me
I
ask
was
you this.
laughing out loud at the question.
Let me produce this a little bit.
Okay.
All right. So if I'm producing the show,
Okay.
and I'm like, okay, 36 questions. How long do I think, as the producer, this is going to take? 36 questions, 4 people talking.
Yeah.
Let's say it's a minute a question. That's 36 minutes right there.
Right. So you
Of
need
the
more than
show.
half the episode available.
And I would know that going in, like, okay, this is going to be 36 minutes minimum, probably closer to 45, especially if the questions are good.
Yeah.
And like people are riffing and talking, having conversation, recording a podcast.
And that's where we disagree. And that's where we disagree. I didn't want people
Closer to the
riffing
mic.
and
Sorry,
having
the
a
mic
good
is
time.
nowhere near
I
your
really
mouth.
didn't expect people to riff and have a good time with these questions. Moving on to 11. Take 4 minutes and lie.
Sorry. 11 is
4 minutes
take.
each?
Yeah, that's correct. Take 4 full minutes. Don't be shy. Oh.
I didn't think it through. Is that what you want me to say?
Obviously.
We're banking episodes. I have 3 more
We
episodes
knew
to
that.
do on
We're just happy
Monday.
that you finally joined us here.
We're gonna crash, right? You can't
Sorry,
keep this.
excuse me. Miles, in terms of the screw that you have coming out of your maw,
Yeah.
are you going to use that to your advantage? Like to eat something that usually is crunchy to have?
Yeah,
like-
are you gonna use the screw to eat something so like a walnut, like a
Yeah. Are you gonna nut crack?
So you're asking if I'm going to use my sort of medical situation to crack a walnut with my teeth?
Yes.
Yeah.
Have
No.
you ever been? Do you ever go to Mendocino Farms? Have you ever been in a writer's
Oh,
room?
I've been to Mendo, yeah. The
Yeah.
almost chicken sandwich.
The
or
not
whatever.
so fried.
Yeah.
That thing will fry the top of your fucking, mouth.
Yeah.
Unless you have a fucking a Phillips head.
Yeah. Like what?
That's your
Did you write
34th.
this before? It sounds like, yeah.
I'm floundering. And we should say that people are not seeing any video right now, even on YouTube.
Why?
Okay.
And so what?
Because
and
I
so-
need to clear space on the SSD.
And so do
which
you?
Rochelle did not do for me.
I see. So it's
Yeah.
not being recorded video-wise yet.
It was and now will not be.
Okay.
For a couple of minutes.
Well, you
while
should
we
pull out your
clear
phone
the
probably
drive.
and record a vlog style.
No, well, what I'm gonna do. Okay, so you want me to like?
Yeah, so you pull out your phone and that will be the video to have
Okay.
while you're clearing the space. Vertical.
Yeah.
Why vertical, right?
Yeah, because
let me
it has
just-
to be on YouTube.
Yeah, because like that's the premium property.
There we
People
go.
are-
So we're mostly seeing Allie and Miles. We
Okay.
should also say that we even have Miles on the show. Today on the show, we
Yeah.
have 1 second. It's one of those shows where like the hosts talk before the guests.
You've been talking a lot.
Santa baby, tell me how much you can rim my cheeks. I'd love
So
to
not
have a
rimming.
little bit of peeks into Santa's little pussy tonight. Here it is, so I make sure that I can keep it nice and clean.
I wasn't sure if it was just a gold thing or.
This is
Yeah.
heavy as fuck.
It is heavy.
Well, I want to thank Headgum, the Headgum Podcast, and everyone here except Geoff for really helping me secure the W. Thanks, guys, for real.
I've been on 2 episodes. I contributed to like 1/80th of that
I think you've
award.
been on 3. And the fact that you don't remember that
Means you've been on 1.
I mean, you've been
What?
on 1. I'm deleting the old episode.
No way, because then you're gonna lose the ad revenue from that.
Doesn't matter.
Did you get high yesterday on 420?
I don't do drugs.
Is it true?
I just don't want to influence anybody.
You think that this show is so clean that you're such a good influence, like carte blanche, that you saying you do drugs would be surprising to people?
What is it about me that makes people think I do drugs?
By the man bun and the sunglasses.
What about my airs?
Your what?
The airs that I put on, like my general air.
Or eat a pear.
So unrelated.
There are so many grains
Can't
of
fucking
rice to
believe
choose
it.
from. Let me name some.
No way.
Bamba rice. You guys have a drunch about how you're gonna die.
Backflip off a motocross.
That's awesome. I gotta give it to Miles.
Yeah. But I would agree that I regularly.
He's melting.
I'm trying to get a fucking word in edgewise. And you played 3 sound effects.
But only half of them.
Also, you should put the sleep.
Sorry, hold for a second. By the way, Casey and or Anya, if you guys could flag that before it happens, that'd be great for the edit.
You added that sound.
This might be the most unhinged episode we've ever done. Don't just say agree or disagree. Like you have to say.
I said yeah.
Yeah,
you do just say agree or
It's on a
disagree.
sliding
Don't
scale
say
of 7.
Full agree. I
Full
agree
agree,
so
full agree.
hard.
Okay, there
I
you
make lots of new friends.
And then
And Amir?
Blumenfeld?
This is all pre-production that should have been handled way before we got here, let alone started recording.
And in fact, we had a little bit of time where we were chit-chatting. We were sort of enjoying our conversation.
Preamble.
And
Preamble.
what
And
this
Jeff
has-
said, no, let me cut you off.
Yep.
Jeff said, let's go,
Let's
save
get
it.
started
Let's
now.
go, let's
Yeah.
go. He
He's
rushed
sort of-
us.
He rushed us into this room that wasn't built yet.
Yeah.
You rushed us to get here, and there is no here.
Well, because I don't want to waste your guys' time.
But you have. This is wasting our time. And
Well,
I-
you're wasting the
the show's
listeners'
getting
time.
recorded. This is all going in the episode,
This
so
is
it's not
all in
wasted time. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and speaking of Check Please, let's hear it from Jeffrey James. This is the Check Please Rick Love interviews from 9 years ago.
Well, I think it was
way.
about the third.
We can't keep doing this. I muted Miles. We cannot keep doing this with my digital footprint because that one, I don't have any fucking choice. I cannot. We
He
can't
said
hear
he's
you.
done. He said he's done. Unmute him.
He can unmute himself.
Well, it was just that you were talking about how you used to edit on a G4 Mac.
Yeah.
I thought it was good character
No.
building.
It's not. It's because what it is it's character assassination. It's not building anything. It's tearing at the fabrics of a loving relationship that I have with myself.
I think when you walk into Studio G, you get that podcast feeling of quiet. You get that nice. Shelves litter the walls with nothing but sound panels on them.
It's a poem. Tables as far as the eye
I can
can't
see.
be. Yeah.
Curtains hongst among the walls, purple they may be. Oh, I shed a tear upon mine eye, for aloft that may ne'er be seen. What is in the loft? That I don't know.
Have you named the guy yet?
Of course.
Yeah.
Why is that? Of course.
It happens instantly.
I didn't get my name till I was 9.
What do they call you before that?
Yeah, what do they call you? Yeah.
A lot.
Untitled.
Untitled Jeff's mom project.
Untitled Liz James project.
We have named him. You ready for the name?
Yep.
Jeffrey Marika Amir.
Not Bonsignore.
Lumenly.
Oh my god.
Lumenly.
I'm honored.
You named him after an app you wanted to design.
So I actually have just some stuff I want to
So
air out.
fast. So fast that he's bringing this up.
Well, I guess I just wanted to. We'll do a little thing where I'll say a quote,
Okay.
and you guys tell me what you think.
Oh my God,
about
you
it.
actually brought a little something.
I did bring a little something. I think is Jeff leaving?
Are you
Leave.
fucking
Is
kidding?
the camera not squared up on me? Are you
Oh my
fucking
God.
kidding me? This is an outrage. This is an outrage.
If you just talked like normal on the show, like if you didn't acknowledge that I was up, people wouldn't have seen me up and it wouldn't have interrupted the show.
His eye line would have moved, and then people would have been like, "Why is his eye line moving?"
No, that's
he has that
correct.
lazy eye.
I don't though.
I
but
do.
if I did, I would have taken offense.
Wait, you're changing every camera is
They're all out of focus?
They're all bad.
That's crazy.
What are the chances?
It's fine.
If you just like randomly adjusted it, there would be like there's enough cameras that one of them should be in focus.
Yeah, and
just
like,
by
why would they
statistics.
ever be out of focus?
The producer cam was fine.
I think a great comedian is someone who can play language like an instrument. Jeffrey James.
We're cutting this. We're obviously cutting this.
We're cutting this? Why?
What?
Why, Jeff? Because you also said a couple other choice things in here that are a little
Oh
bit
wait, are these
questionable.
quotes from Geoff?
This is an interview with Geoff from Who Gives a Shit.
This is the earliest we've ever cut to break.
No way we're cutting to break.
I want to hear more.
Sounds a lot like popcorn.
It's gonna be mixed high quality, so the audience isn't gonna. It's just gonna sound like applause, and then it's gonna be you saying that.
I know, but just the applause sounds a lot like like popcorn popping.
Can I play a sound that's gonna make you feel more comfortable, Miles?
Is it gonna be loud? Yeah.
Is it gonna be this? So
that's a sound effect, yeah, that I use on my show, Perfect Person, that everyone can check out. We plug in stuff that everyone can check out. It's a Headgum show. It's a Call and Advice show, and I'd love if you would come on over.
Exterior coffee shop, Los Angeles day. 2 nothing burgers sit at a table sipping coffee.
What?
I think this guy next to us is listening to our conversation.
What makes you say that?
Well, for one, he's been making direct eye contact each time one of us speaks.
Maybe he has a lazy eye.
Just sort of ableist. He's also been taking vigorous notes this whole time.
He could be studying for an exam.
When you got up to the bathroom, he had a panic attack, seemingly not knowing whether to stay put or to follow you to the ladies' room and transcribe your shit.
Sorry, easy does it. I only peed.
And easy does it is the affectation.
Yeah.
that's the direction.
My point is, he's making me uncomfortable.
Would you lighten up?
Oh my God.
Believe it or not, everyone in the world isn't interested in what you have to say.
The man chimes in.
Sorry to chime in here, but the correct verbiage is actually not everyone in the world is interested in what you have to say.
Oh, egg on my face. Thanks so much.
Egg on your face? He just proved my point.
Well, I've got your attention. Can I have both of your numbers?
Sure. Of course not.
Just the one is fine then.
Woman 2 writes down her number and hands it to Jeffrey.
212, huh? Let me guess.
Most famous area code in the country.
Dublin.
Idiot.
End of scene.
Sorry, can we take that last beat again? I feel like it wasn't clear what just happened. Just read it, with some pace. All right, and whenever you guys are ready, from the woman jots down her number.
From the top of scene 1.
This is still the first segment.
So woman writes down her number and hands it to Jeffrey.
212, huh? Let me guess.
Most famous area code in the country.
Dublin.
Idiot.
So...
See, it didn't work any better the second time.
It's a good thing you didn't order hash browns.
It does sound familiar.
Is it from 6 Crazy Pieces or whatever? The movie with Jack No, Nicholson?
that's
just what's in my closet.
Another commercial.
Crazy Pieces.
Is it from?
No, it's not what the name of it. It's the movie where Jack Nicholson is like
5 easy pieces.
5 easy pieces. I wasn't that
It's a good thing you didn't order hash browns.
Is that a famous actor? Who's the actor?
I don't know who the
Sounds like
actor is.
Christian Slater.
Yeah.
It's a good thing you didn't order hash browns.
How old is too old to clean your kid's room? Asks Parents Magazine. You, sir, are a parent.
That's correct. Yeah.
And that is a parent.
I'm a
Take another break. We'll be right back.
God.
2 breaks.
So quickly back to back.
We don't have any ads on this episode.
Yeah, but I am a I guess, did you want to come in from the break and then I'll say I'm a dad?
We just did.
Yeah. I'm a dad, though. Yeah. You asked that before the break.
Is aloe a sham?
Sorry.
What?
You asked me a question.
Oh, yeah. How old would your kid have to be for you to be like, hey, I'm not going to clean up after your ass?
1, 2.
1? The kid can't even walk.
Yeah, but he can clean.
No.
Fucking sit on a sponge and scoot.
Scoot. I'll probably say when he's a teenager, I'll probably have him clean himself.
14? That's old. You don't think 9? Mrs. Claus is getting in on it now, yeah.
This Christmas, Mrs. Claus fucks Santa's penis.
This Christmas, Santa's gonna unbox his orgasming penis.
I'm fucking sorry.
Orgasming.
And then it's anybody who pushes back, it's
Media res.
You think it's been millennia since Santa jacked off. You can't allow him this one moment of respite.
Yeah. Don't you
Why
think
are you
Santa
mad at that?
deserves this?
Yeah.
This Christmas, Santa cries in the shower.
Well,
This
he
Christmas, Santa finishes with a belt around his neck.
Santa's into joke play.
This Christmas, Santa has to peel wax off his arm from a kink session.
This Christmas, Santa flogs with a flogger.
Right.
This Christmas,
course.
Santa gets whipped on his ass.
This Christmas, Santa's got a fleshlight. That's his hand.
So he doesn't have a fleshlight.
Santa's got
Santa's workshop is cooking up fleshlights that are hands.
his workshop is cooking up hands. Also, just imagining like seeing that in writing, like if you're in the movie theater, you're trying to figure out, it's like, oh, what's playing right now? And there's a poster that says, this Christmas, Santa's got a fleshlight. Bottom of the poster, start off ellipses. That's his hand.
Exactly. Exactly correct.
This Christmas, all the yoga pays off for Santa because he can suck himself off.
Now, let's talk about Santa sucking his own dick for a second.
Yeah, autofellatio.
Finally, God.
Well, a lot of people say that it's more like sucking a dick than getting your dick sucked.
Is that true? Well, how do they know?
A lot of people say that.
I read a Reddit thread one time that someone was like, I can suck my own dick, but it's more like sucking a dick than it is getting your dick sucked.
No
and I was like,
way.
that actually makes sense. Yeah.
Full steam ahead.
Okay.
Wonderful.
Sorry, who is that?
That's Pyle. That's
Pyle.
I don't know if you met Pyle.
I don't think so.
Oh, to be
You again.
To be you again.
you again, Pre-Pyle.
Oh, God.
Also Pyle.
What
So-
is he? What was
What was
that?
he doing? Was he?
He's like having trouble breathing. I think ever since he had a kid, he has like a clogged aorta.
Oh my God.
But I love, it's nice to do a dinner with like 8 friends and you're all cracking up, you're getting a little tipsy, but you're in bed by midnight.
Oh my God. I'd love to be
Wanking
in
it,
bed.
absolutely jacking it.
What kind of search terms are you up to?
Miles Bonsignore feet.
Oh, After a blank canvas, starting from scratch, do we know each other, or is this?
I'm walking up to you. We have not talked yet.
Okay, got it.
Mhm.
Is that a dirty Shirley or?
What a whirling dervish.
Sorry. Are you trying to get to the bar?
I'm trying to get to the bottom of your drink. Because you, my friend, are sort of a tall drink of water. Is it a dirty
That's
Shirley?
so nice. That's really nice of you.
Or is it a whirling dervish?
What?
Is
Sorry,
your
you keep sort of
drink-
talking. You're talking when I'm talking. I don't know what you're saying, but I'm just waiting for some friends.
I'm kind of wondering if your drink. This is all I'm
Are
wondering.
you okay?
He's blackout drunk.
Is it a whirling dervish or is it a Shirley Turley?
I don't know.
Because we can spike that up real nice.
I
with the
definitely don't
mood.
want you to spike my drink.
No, not with alcohol. With the mood of our conversation.
Okay, shoot your shot, young buck.
I'm nervous as hell.
Don't tell me that. Makes you so unattractive to me.
I don't live close. What say you and I take it all the way back to Marina Del Rey?
I don't want to go to Marina Del Rey tonight. I have dance in the morning.
We can meet in the middle at a hotel that I'll pay for.
That is really, really too much. You're kidding.
I'm kidding.
This has been fun, but I'm just gonna close out.
I'm married, sweetheart.
No
Nice
way.
shot, though. Nice try.
I didn't.
Scene.
That was
It was
awesome, man.
sad.
Boom.
It was beautiful.
You shot young buck.
I think that was PTA-esque.
$1 billion. That's so much money.
But I guess what I like about $1 billion is that you could be like, it's easy to slice it up. You'd be like,
Yeah.
okay, $1 billion. All right, you know what? 500K. Let me build the coolest town in upstate
You keep
New York.
saying this. You keep
Yeah, I
saying
did
this.
a
You said it
TikTok
on
about this. I
TikTok,
said,
yeah.
Just buy a fucking ghost town
$500K?
and then build a
$500,000
okay,
wouldn't even buy a
bakery.
house up there.
Well, I don't know. I want to buy a ghost town and make it like a fun place to have.
You keep saying that.
Okay, picture a matcha.
$500K.
Yeah.
is 1/2000th of a billion.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, it wouldn't buy a town. That's my point. It would buy one house in the
But
town.
$1 billion is enough money where you can like do the finances and figure out how much money do I need.
Yeah, which is like,
and then be set.
I pay myself $1 million a year for the next 60 years of my life. Okay, 60 million, that's put in a little pocket for me.
Yeah.
And then beyond that, all the rest
Now,
is fun
I just
money.
have to like
helicopter. I'm gonna fucking
So you just do like standard billionaire stuff.
I do charity for I do charity for a bunch of it.
Buy a town.
Build fucking wells
Go
in
to space.
Build wells in California.
Is that the problem?
That's not the
Is
problem.
there
Oil wells, right? Aqueduct system.
Build an oil reserve.
The rich get richer.
Yeah.
Miles style.
Exactly.
Very sad for The Rock, who really put his entire seemingly emotional net worth into promoting this film.
Not to mention his Dwayne John Nussey into
His
it.
what?
His Dwayne Johnson Nussey.
Yeah, his
into
Dwayne
it.
John Nussey.
Yeah, his Dwayne
Want to
Nussey.
try that one more time?
Basically,
Dwayne
it's John Nussey.
John Nussey?
He's put his Rakussy into it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think I still understand what you were trying to do.
My favorite part of this setup is that the people I can hear the most are Anya and Casey, so I just heard like a really loud
I really would have preferred, instead of Black Adam, Blackadder, but it's Dwayne Johnson reprising the role.
Interesting.
Did you ever see Blackadder?
No.
It's like, greetings, Blackadder.
I don't know what that is either.
It's Mr.
You said
Bean.
yeah, though.
Yeah, I just wanted him to go on to the next thing.
Oh, sure.
Because now we're talking about it.
Do you think you put your whole Jeffrey Jussie into every episode?
His Balenciennes.
Can I? We had Hollywood Handbook on the show on today's episode, so last week when people are hearing this, and I did one of my rice parodies, and I feel like I didn't get anything from them.
Oh, I'm
Do you guys want to hear it?
Yes.
You thought that you would get like a big reaction from those guys about your rice parody?
Do you want to hear it or not?
In Jeff's mind, it ended and they gave him a standing ovation.
Yeah,
They
like
said,
when have those guys
"We're
ever given a
usually in
big
character,
reaction?"
but this drew us to absolutely want to stand and praise you."
Yeah.
I said Bond of the Week Christmas edition, and you guys have said just Riley's
Arnold,
crush.
like Apple G4 MacBook that I got for my birthday.
He got it for his birthday, guys.
I don't know why that was an
Sound
important
like you're
thing.
8 years old.
I was 13.
And also, he was the youngest guy Rick Love had ever interviewed at the 2014 Roche Wine Tasting Room in Sonoma.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what age Rick Love
Fine. My
interviewed
Christmas-
people
my
at a
holiday,
vineyard.
My
Are we boring you?
No, I was just pulling up my segment.
Your segment?
Yeah, well, every time I come on the show, I just I like to prepare a little segment.
Yeah.
I think.
It's always at my expense.
Yeah.
Not always. I mean, this one could be different.
Bye Bye Wisdom Teeth, August 30th, 2013. Jeffrey James. 2 comments, 8 likes.
Just know that he can play it.
I was just going to say we're shelving Bond of the Week for the time being because Barbara Broccoli, the producer, says nothing is happening with regards to the new Bond. But
Certainly
that was
seems
from
like
my
it.
Facebook page.
Yeah, this is on your public Facebook page, which I encourage everyone to check out because there's a lot of stuff I saw and witnessed that I don't feel comfortable sharing.
Meaning?
Because it was about people that are not like you.
Meaning?
Well, it's like seeing other people, sort of women, flirt with you from high school. I don't feel comfortable, like, when they comment, like, hey, cutie, like, I don't feel comfortable saying that on the show.
But you feel comfortable viewing it on the internet.
Oh, I viewed it already.
10 years ago.
Oh, here's the Grand Budapest Hotel trailer. So, period, excited.
Oh, that's really nice.
Yeah, I went to film. I was really into film in high school.
2013.
Did you like Wes Anderson?
I loved Wes Anderson.
Yeah.
I still like Wes Anderson.
He's good.
Yeah.
I actually did have a question, though.
Okay.
2014, November 28th.
My birthday.
Really?
Uh-huh.
That provides some context. Because you say, happy birthday, Karen Gillan.
Because we share the birthday. And so it was kind of a little coy little thing of like, oh, my friends know it's my birthday, but I'm wishing someone else a birthday. And I was
she-
what's that?
Does she know
Sorry.
you?
No.
Was she famous at that point?
Yeah, she was in Doctor Who.
So he did confirm the email after all? Like that whole thing wasn't necessary, or he didn't confirm the
No,
email?
I
but
just
you didn't
DM'd
text
Miles
him?
to see if he was still good.
And I responded immediately and and said, yeah, of course. Like, why wouldn't I be? Which is funny because like all of a sudden you're being very organized about the calendar invite, which is like impressive to me because the last several times we've conferred, it's sort of been just, the Wild West of who gives a
Casual.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah. But now it's like he didn't confirm the email, cancel the record. Like if Marika didn't say text him, we just wouldn't record today.
Play the
Headgum After Dark.
I was so
I
worried
coined
you were
that
going to play
term.
the original version of that song.
Sorry.
That's why I
Headgum
was.
After Dark.
I said that when I walked in.
You walked in with a spin drift. That's
Yeah.
what you meant to say.
I
just
did
there.
walk in with a spin.
He did say Headgum After Dark. So I
Really?
don't know if that was like you quoting him or like.
That was me saying it for the first time, or like.
I said it on the way in.
Yeah, and I said it at the same time.
But let's just make this as quick as possible. I actually have an
Can
appointment.
you pause?
Yeah, let's just
pause
no
for a
killing
second.
too
I just want to know what the mood was like in the class when you showed this.
Utter silence, of course. It was kind of akin to the studio today.
Yeah.
Like I don't remember what the assignment was. I do know that I didn't follow the rules.
No.
The assignment was document a pretty picture outside or something, and you made a sketch.
Film a flower. Right?
Yeah.
This is what I screened.
Being a slut.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Miles.
What?
What about buying a museum?
Hard. Like it makes me sad, but it doesn't make me cry. I don't cry really.
Yeah.
Okay. You have
Don't be uncomfortable by that.
no. I also don't cry, but it's for different reasons.
What's that? What are
My bovine gland dysfunction.
Really?
God, you're so fucking proud of that. The way you say it so fast and good.
I don't do it because I have like emotional like depth,
Blockages,
and, like,
yeah.
blockages and traumas. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Mhm.
your thing's cool too.
I also have hypercholesterolemia, so I have like arterial blockages.
Let's do the next
You should
one.
probably eat breakfast then.
If I have high cholesterol, dude, I'm trying to not have Anya.
Don't look
Say something.
I had plugged my Venmo on the tripod that I produced for the Try Guys, and
You still do that?
I do, yeah.
Even after the scandal? I just feel like you have your own engine, you have your own vehicle.
I mean, this is a really good point.
Coal burning.
But I do still produce it even after the scandal, and I did plug my Venmo on it once, and I did get
50 an hour?
What's that?
For producing, how much do you get? 50 an hour?
You think I get paid hourly?
You're salaried?
Yeah.
Amir. I'm not. I'm
Did you see the beginning of this fucking show?
I also produced 3 shows there.
Yeah.
You're an amateur, man.
You're an amateur. You, by the way, you think he's gonna give you a salary? You can even figure out the tech. You recorded in a dummy episode earlier.
You're a 0. You're less than a 0. You're lucky you're getting paid at all. Fucking doxing guests, putting out private information, and then
by the way,
asking for a raise.
Doxing the guests is as a host. Fine. Pay me hourly as a host. But as a producer?
What do you produce?
This.
The first 6 minutes of the show was you setting up for the show.
Yeah.
Miles did half of it. Honestly, we should be paying Miles.
And by the way, what I was gonna say is my Venmo. People would Venmo me, and then I would send it to the requests.
Yeah.
So because people would also request me.
Okay.
You guys are bringing an energy that can only be described as okay.
Miles, he's fucking crazy, dude.
Hey.
I got a wild energy
He's kind of
going on.
normal. He's kind of normal.
Second pod of the day that I'm recording today. I recorded one this morning with the tripod with the Try Guys, and I'm
How
here
was
to
that?
record one. It was good.
Did Ned return or?
Yeah, he's back.
Or do you feel like you spent all of your good creative energy on that one, and this one is kind of like the dregs?
I don't think you even have to ask him that because I feel like his whole vibe since he
clear.
joined the
No, I
Zoom.
know.
Yeah,
It's
it's pretty
very clear.
obvious.
Yeah, it's
I'm
obvious.
spent, and I'm really
I'm spent.
I'm spent, and I'm pulling from the bottom of the barrel for this guy, baby. Also, I was on the Headgum Podcast on Friday, so I'm like back again. It's like favorite.
This is
like,
going to be
everyone.
better than that.
So
this is going to be
what?
better than that.
You didn't
I
like
tried
that
to get
episode,
Riley on
huh?
that episode. It didn't end up working out.
So what?
Bateman
Out of
didn't
the
want
studio.
snacks.
No, he wasn't hungry.
He wasn't comfortable enough to eat in Studio H.
In here, he would have chowed down.
It would have been bacchanalian.
Granola bites with a yogurt raisin.
Prebiotic soda after prebiotic soda until he stayed for an hour.
Until he shit himself raw.
Amir, let's hear from you. I'm clearly Marika's in first.
Did you ever know that you're Miles? You're everything I would Bonsignore. If I could have Miles in a burrito, then I would eat Bonsignore today.
Sorry, so
not me. Yeah,
You got me. You didn't have me at first. Really
or
upset
even
me
at the end. I think Marika won by a landslide, and I don't even remember what she said.
Yeah, Marika did just a nice. You just said a nice compliment, genuinely.
Oh, yeah, I like your fucking TikToks or whatever.
That doesn't sound genuine at all.
It's
so aggressive.
I will say that, Miles, your segment on the 24-hour live stream was the funniest segment, not only of the live stream, but of the month.
Oh, wow. That's really nice. Honestly, is there a place that I can watch that? I thought that...
the footage was lost.
What are we doing right now? We heard the fucking song.
Yeah,
we don't
heard it
have anything to
once.
say about it other than what we've already said.
Is this the last segment? Are you trying to pad time until the end?
Yeah.
You're trying to pad time.
We got there. Don't omakase.
Wait, by the way, your camera's still off.
We don't need to see me
We
for now.
absolutely. You're the main character.
Don't omakase.
There's no way you're not.
Don't trust the chef.
Jeff, as a podcast producer,
Yes.
take out your phone.
Cannot.
Can't?
Can't.
won't.
Can't bond.
Won't?
No, because the file's going to be like 18 gigabytes.
Turn on the camera.
Turn on the
No.
webcam.
Because you guys weren't here when Melanie saw that I was like trying to set this camera up and it was like a fucking headache. We're already recording. I just want to push through. They don't need to see me. We did a bunch of these without a producer cam where I was behind the desk and it was fine.
You can barely hear also.
You can barely hear us? Oh, man. I mean, Jeff was like, every time I've done the show, Jeff is in a full-blown panic when I walk into the studio trying to get the tech to work. And then he finally does, and his mood hasn't lifted from that panic.
Well, again, I resent the fact that it's always pinned on me that the tech doesn't work. We're in the middle of building out another
Well,
studio.
the tech works perfectly. I think everyone's done a really good job except for you.
I ran into Jeff yesterday in the street, and he was exiting a grocery store, and the clerk, he had forgotten a big parcel of meat inside the store, and the clerk chased him. This is true. Chased him down.
True.
And to which she said, "You left your meat in the store," and he said, "I'm not going back in there. An ex-lover of mine is in the store," and he made his current girlfriend go get it.
Oh, damn.
And I thought that was fucked up.
That's awkward.
And that's how I feel about the show.
That's 100% true.
What did you forget?
Sliced.
Why wouldn't you go back in?
Yeah.
The former lover of mine and I are on good terms. So like if I went back in, I was going to have to say hi to her. And then it would be like the awkward thing of like, I'm with my current girlfriend talking to her, which is fine. But like, I just didn't want to put her in that position.
I didn't hear that. I didn't hear former lover mentioned at all. I thought you were just refusing to go back.
That's not my meat.
This country produces more cinnamon than any other, per the tasting table. What do you guys think?
Sorry. Am I supposed to have like a city? Like, am I supposed to say what city it is? Or am I supposed to say what I think?
What country do you think produces? I'm sorry, now I'm getting angry again. Produces the most cinnamon.
That was so happens to say.
Is it even a
musicals.
resume without the high school theater credits?
Well, I guess I also have a couple concerns about the accents listed.
Okay, let's see. Yeah.
Brooklyn, Indian,
What?
British,
What is that?
Southern.
Well, let's go one by one.
Yeah, Brooklyn, I guess.
Okay. I took a dialect class to do Brooklynese.
You
right?
took a dialect class in high school.
In high school for one of the theater productions he was talking about.
Okay. What's the next one?
Indian.
I don't know.
You don't know that one.
I definitely lost that. I used to be able to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe a little offensive too.
I think
Yeah.
just a little. The East Indian accent that I knew how to do was just like a poo.
Got it.
So you were, and you thought,
I think, if I can't do it, who can?
Interesting.
Yeah.
In terms of like, brown paper bag testing it.
And British.
Of course.
That sounded like the Brooklyn one again.
Sounded like Brooklyn.
What about
Like
that?
if you said it,
Ain't
yeah.
British, yeah.
I feel like that's what you sound like normal.
Yeah, you
Those
kind of
accents looked good on a resume, I thought.
Oh, interesting.
Doesn't matter whether you can do them or not.
Well, British is just right post and center underneath ukulele.
Right post and center.
Oh.
You play the uke?
Of course.
Santa babe, what do you want? Do ya want me to grease myself up for you? I'm greasy Santa, come over here so you can throw me around and choke me out until Christmas comes.
Yep.
The question I have is
All right.
when a famous comes and they say, I want a podcast at Headgum, Mr. Emil Blumenfeld, what studio do you put them in?
Sorry,
David
why did
Cross
the famous
straight to-
person that you just imitated have like a lisp? Couldn't say their R's or something.
Next
like a
question.
5-year-old. Okay.
Next question.
Yeah.
There are no questions. It was supposed to be a Lincoln Douglas debate. It's done.
Let the people weigh in. We'll decide.
Lincoln
the commenters.
Douglas. Lincoln Douglas. Let's do JFK Nixon. Like,
Yeah,
turn
let's
off
fucking-
the GoPro.
And you guys,
October
And
9th,
let's watch-
2010. Photo of a mellow yellow.
And I said,
Nothing.
Most of the episode is contingent on Miles. All right.
So reach out and be like, are you still down? Because he did text and say he was. And then he didn't respond to a calendar invite, which looks like spam. And then you're like, all right, canceled. It's not happening.
And
Sorry,
by the way, there was a warning on the email that said something along the lines of like, this person is like, don't trust this.
Right.
It's a virus. Yeah, I'm a viral man.
Yeah.
The issue is I've only gone viral in terms of load. Yeah, in terms of like having COVID 3 times, in terms of like souring people's day. I haven't gone viral by the way of like internet sensational fame.
I thought you had a TikTok that popped out semi recently.
Not even. I had a TikTok that you saw, which is like you follow me, so it's not even like it's not that viral.
You want help me going viral? I can help you.
Well, you know, I haven't done anything worth it. I would say all of the rice should go viral.
we're not doing this.
I've never seen Geoff real embarrassed.
Okay, wait.
I
There
did
was
an
a
interview
genuine interview.
with
Did
my
you mean-
sister's magazine.
But you meant that genuinely?
Kind of, because it was a really earnest, it's an earnest publication, so I gave
Oh my
earnest
gosh.
answers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you didn't say what the question was. It wasn't unprompted.
I think of my comedy like a cello. I'm writing.
This is so much worse because of what's going to happen after
Have you
this,
guys
during
seen-
the
Just
show.
to start, it's like, I guess I'm Jeffrey James. I live in Los Angeles, and I guess I think of my comedy like a multifaceted entity.
tuba.
Yeah.
We're kind of like an
Infamous is what? The opposite of famous?
That's like being famous for something bad.
More than. No, it's not.
Jesse James.
Was infamous. Well, he was a criminal. So that
Right.
is bad.
There's a negative connotation for sure.
I don't think I want to be infamous. No.
Okay.
And yeah.
In what ways would you not want to be infamous, though?
I don't want to be famous for beating the shit out of someone.
Okay.
Committing a crime.
Did you ever beat the shit out of someone?
Well, I don't want to be famous for it.
I want to beat the shit out of people. I don't want anyone to
No,
know.
that sounds so scary to me, to be honest. I have never beat the shit out of anybody.
Yeah.
All right. Brad?
Have I ever beaten the shit out of anybody?
That's not bad as a second question.
Yeah. We take calls from people like Geoff who are struggling emotionally, and then we solve their problems on the show.
To make them a perfect person.
To make them a perfect person.
And do you consider yourself a perfect person?
I do, because being perfect means never having to say you're sorry.
So you don't cry. You don't say I'm sorry. You won't have viscerally. Never mind.
Yeah, I won't dive into the goss. But no, I do consider myself perfect, only because I feel like I'm able to help others.
Yeah,
with my
That's
work,
really cool.
With your sexual prowess,
and stuff. But how is the sex? He asked about your sex life, and you kind of dodged the question.
I'm not a perfect person. Who's that? Nickelback or some shit? Oh my God.
Up from 0.
What's going on?
Geoff is moving, so he's clanking around with something. He's looking for something. He's turning on he's turning on the TV for the first time.
He's just bored and he's gonna watch Price is Right while we record or something.
Tubi or.
I just downloaded Tubi for the first time.
Oh, what do you think?
I'm watching Stars on Mars, and I'm having the time of my life.
What is that?
It's a show.
You know, but you are loving it. I love how you lit up.
I came to life.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a bunch of celebrities,
Okay.
and they are all fake living on Mars in a space shuttle,
Like
and then
a
they
reality
have to,
show
yes,
style
and they have to
escape
vote each
room.
other out. But it's not just like it's Marshawn Lynch is on there.
Whoa, I love Marshawn.
Lance Armstrong,
Jesus.
who one girl I'm not going to say thought he was Neil.
Neil Armstrong.
Yeah, and was like, I cannot believe. Like, is he a
first person
judge?
on
I'm
the
so
moon.
confused.
Is he a judge? He's a judge of Mars. You were just here, right?
She was like, I cannot believe.
Oh, we were
actually Allie kind of lit up, and we were like
discussing a pretty funny
we were
show.
discussing something so good. Allie was really kind of like lighting up I've never seen Allie like that.
Yeah. But yeah, let's talk about this picture that you have that's kind of cut off.
Man sitting down.
Cropped really poorly.
Naughty.
Harry Styles. Adele.
Nice. But in a good way, in a hot way.
Nice.
Billie Eilish.
Oh, nice. She's nice. She's
Nice.
Billie Eilish. She's
Justin Bieber.
Nice.
Naughty.
Margot Robbie.
Margot Robbie.
Margot is naughty in the
Hailey
best way.
Bieber.
Like, you naughty bitch. Naughty.
Tyla.
Who's Kyla?
Tyla. Come on. Tyla. Tyga. Moving on. Tyga.
Smash.
Tiger Woods.
Pass.
That's not the game. Austin Butler.
Smash.
Naughty.
Jenna Ortega.
Nice.
Taylor Ortega.
Who's that?
Nice.
Ortega
Lizzo.
sauce.
Smash.
Lizzie McAlpine.
Yes, nice. I love
Bad
her
Bunny.
music. Bad
Who?
Bunny.
Bad
Bad
Bunny.
Bunny?
Bad Baby. Pedro Pascal.
With the delay, this can't be good.
When Jake Johnson is sitting right where Miles' ass is, he's adorning the studio with energy that we get to pick up on. He puts down the racket, we pick it up, and we're playing. We're just dancing.
And I gotta tell you guys, Jake Johnson being able to sit where mine ass must be.
Has it been 3 minutes?
It's been 2 and 15 seconds.
Unbelievably slow.
And if I may go on a diatribe,
Of course.
somebody called into my advice podcast
And said,
and asked for advice about a problem. Then they called into Jake Johnson Advice Podcast.
Wow.
this is actually, sorry, it's the
Ask
affirmative
for-
construction of Studio G,
Asked
not
for
so
advice
much.
from him.
Yeah.
And I must say that my advice was better, but I thought it was funny that two Headgum shows, same guy calling both shows.
Wow.
Got
Who
on
is
both
this guy?
shows. Got
And
on
that's
both
why you
shows.
think Studio G is better than Studio H?
And thusly I must conclude the walls behind thine eyes are beauty. They are grace.
The
couch,
G stands for grace.
cream.
The G stands for
For
grace.
The
G stands for grace. The G stands for grace.
What's that?
On to the week. Who do you guys got?
Sadie Sink.
Wasn't she awful in The Whale?
Are you fucking dumb? Sorry, I thought she was great in The Whale, and she's great in Stranger Thing. And I think that she's going to be the next
It's
star.
plural.
I think she's going to be huge now that she has, what's his name on her side?
Who?
Brandon.
You think anytime that someone like stars in movie with someone else, they're like on their side?
I kind of think that, yeah, they're a team up, like a
Mm.
celebrity team up when Loki sort of did Thor. Jeff, you keep sipping from a cup, and I'm just a little curious about it. So, what time
Blue Bottle?
you went to Blue Bottle, and you sort of got what this morning before returning to your girlfriend's home to record this?
Bright. A cold brew bright blend, 16 ounce. And it wasn't, I didn't walk to Blue Bottle. It was in the fridge from a previous time.
Oh,
So it's
What?
bad.
No, it's good.
day old cold brew in a paper cup.
Cold brew's like wine, man.
Yeah, it would erode paper.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, is the night winding down? Because it is like 8:40. Like, are we like getting into like a nightcap territory?
Is this you hitting on someone at a bar?
That was so sad.
Okay, so it's the night winding down. Do we want to do a nightcap territory?
Are we getting into nightcap?
Okay, so let's. This one's back to
walked
Will.
in the studio, when I walked in the studio, Geoff was working on these, and he looked at me and said, "I've just made my magnum opus."
He did say that,
and he said, "The final part of it really ties into your show, and I think you're really gonna like it." And he was really proud of himself.
I was sitting here laughing, so that's why it's like you guys are like, "What did you think was gonna happen?" I thought this was gonna be kind of fun. What is your most terrible memory, Will? During that record and from your Twitter, that I feel like we have a very similar sense of humor.
100%, yeah.
And then people on Twitter have been begging for the Miles Jeffrey show.
Yeah, people want us to collab.
Yeah.
And so do I.
Yeah, and I feel like this might not be the first.
This might not be the first.
This might not be the first, but certainly the last. This is the first, most certainly not the last.
Got it. There we go. Yeah, we'll probably do something else together if this goes super well.
Yeah, and I consider myself a perfect person, so I'm excited to go on that show and prove it.
Yeah, I am curious what you have to say.
You're a flawed man. There's no way.
I'm curious what you have to
man.
say. Like sometimes people will call in and have like real problems. I'm curious like how you're gonna get real in that environment.
I'll get real.
Yeah.
When I'm not in this arena, I can be visceral. People like that though. Some
Let me
people
finish.
like it because
Let me. Excuse me.
Yeah.
I think it's because it's a long shirt.
Yeah, and it's like getting pushed out by the pants. I do like the blue and brown, and I still think it does resemble the coffee in an interesting fashion.
Yeah. Do you think that's because of the audience you've cultivated, that those are people that are going to call you out for having wide hips? Because I think if I posted a photo, I don't know that people would say I had wide hips, but I don't think that's because of my hips.
Interesting, because when I posted that, I didn't think that either, but I think it just took one to open the floodgates.
Yeah.
And now this is known to me as the wide hip photo.
Hey, Geoff. He's not.
That's Obama throwing out the first pitch at a White Sox game.
You recognize the photo because you've seen it before?
Mm-hmm.
Geoff, what do you think?
Now I can speak.
Oh my God, he's so thin-skinned.
He interrupts everybody.
Not thin-skinned.
He
Not
can
thin-skinned.
dish it out, and he literally
can
cannot take
if you
one
like it.
100th of it back.
It's not thin-skinned. It's just you said I shouldn't talk. So
Well, no, I actually did. I said, let me finish. And then
What I heard was, Geoff, why don't you shut the fuck up?
I didn't say that though.
I heard, Geoff.
It's crazy.
Nothing you ever have to say is interesting for a show.
That is
show?
true, but we never would say that to
For
you.
a show. For this show.
It comes on a cock.
Yeah, you said
on his own dick.
You had us coming. You had saying coming and all discussing things before, and Riley and I we don't stand for that. And
I feel
honestly,
like Miles
this
is the
is
one that
so
dirtied
crass.
this whole episode up. I feel like he's the one who kind of made it all naughty versus
No
nice.
way I didn't.
Well, you started the episode. You had the perfect person merch, greed, one of the seven deadly sins. That was the first dirty. After that, it
First
started
dirty.
of many, yes. And then the last one was
professional yo-yoing called The Game Has Changed. And
Called The Game Has Changed.
Called The Game Has Changed.
I'm moving these just in case he does the mean thing. I'm actually in 2011. I married a yo-yo legally.
Because Jeff's really good at yo-yo, but he doesn't bring it up that much.
Why won't you die?
Geoff,
That was really fucked up.
that was really mean.
That was really fucked up.
And put your feet down like that. Again.
What is this boring Simon say?
Yo, what the fuck is this?
Just laugh.
And again.
What?
Just laugh?
What I want you to do is push your stomach out.
What is this video called?
It's called How to Laugh.
No, so he's teaching people how to
laugh?
appear as though they're laughing?
How to make yourself laugh instantly.
Relieve stress and worry.
Okay. Dark soul.
Yeah, see that I really like the eerie nature of that.
Fish sauce. Flamed grains.
I feel like we're the judges on The Voice, but we can't turn our chairs.
Yeah, for some reason, he also is behind a desk.
We're forced to look at you.
That is an ear.
New
Like,
name alert. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Call me Damien Sounder.
Who?
Damien is the first name. The last name is Sounder.
Okay.
Sounder? I hardly know her.
Come on.
That's really good.
Come on.
I like that.
Thanks.
Stop.
What? What was that grin, man?
Fucked up.
You're like looking at me like, what do you want from me?
You're probably angry. You might just
I'm a
be
little
angry.
hungry. I'm a little.
Yeah.
What is that?
Protein bar?
No. I want to have a feast.
I want to have scrambled eggs.
What's the feast going to be? You've mentioned the feast like 3 times. You've said, I normally don't eat during the day, but then at the end I have a feast. You said that word like a couple times before we were recording and then now. What's the feast? Is it like you make a bunch of sweet potatoes or like what's
Is it
going on?
Thanksgiving style dinner or are you just going to have a sandwich at 8 p.m.?
I'm an air fryer ex Trader Joe's man.
Oh, so good.
Immediately,
Yeah, right.
everybody
People are
was
trying to find out where it is.
Yeah, everybody.
On live.
Yeah.
that
I
would
feel
be
like
irreversible.
And they
This
talked
you'll
about
have
it in
to
the
cut.
season.
This you'll have to cut. This you'll have to cut. This you'll have to cut. Cut.
I'm
All
just
of it.
saying, out of all the housewives, you don't want to be Ramona.
I will say I've shot in that studio before.
It's a good studio.
It's a great studio.
It's a great share.
Basically, what we're going to be doing is hanging out with our little guy. And also
All right.
probably
Spanking his ass hither and thither. Celebratorily.
That's my son. That's my very young son. And
Not
I
even
will
a
not be
year.
spanking his ass. I will not be abusing my son. Thank you. What I will be doing is trying to get him to sing because he does play the harmonica.
So it is abuse. That's abuse.
No.
Is
No.
Dance Monkey Dance.
You don't understand
No.
musical theater.
No.
Riley will tell you. Go ahead,
You
Riley.
don't actually get it. It's like if he's already playing the harmonica and he isn't even a calendar year old.
Yeah.
Do you know the breath control? Do you know the support in the diaphragm that infant has? You don't even know shit, Geoff. Ring ring.
That is him playing the
Rodney
harmonica.
calling.
Well, anybody can play the harmonica, all right? If you just get a harmonica in the key of the song, you can blow in it William Nillard style and it'll sound fine.
He's 11 months old and he's a prodigy. Next question.
Yeah,
There were a
1.5.
lot of episodes.
Everybody, 1.5.
1.5.
I'll give 1.5. Sometimes it's sort of like an Air One smoothie guy.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I feel like Jeff's
You know what?
outfit's a
Meaning
lot.
wearing
Also,
sweatpants.
That
everywhere.
tracks.
Carrie
Yeah.
Bradshaw said in an episode of Sex and the City, sometimes a girl just needs a half.
Raising my hand 3 for Allie. Fun phrase. Jeff is loving
I don't know if
Jeff
I've
is
ever
laughing
seen
like
you
this.
just have me.
I don't like this guy. This fucking weirdo.
He's teaching aliens how to laugh.
Jeff is like having breathing problems over there.
He's having an aneurysm.
the fuck is
Try
that?
it. Can we all give it the college try? I just want all 4 of us to be doing that.
That was the worst.
That we recorded.
Fucked up. Yeah.
Is this going to skip those or is this going to air like sometime in mid-November then?
Air this next spring.
Here's what's going to happen, right?
Okay.
Is this good for the listener?
Yeah.
You could ask that
pre-production
any
meeting?
episode. Miles, you are a father.
Yeah. I have a 6-month-old.
Do you feel like it has changed your style of doing things?
No.
Really? I feel like it should have.
Shit ass.
All right.
on that.
Forget it then. Let's talk about
Forget it.
aloe again. No, do you feel like it's changed your like physical style, your like fashion, your aesthetic?
Oh, no. I mean, I want to dress more fashionably. I think it's like because I'm so tired and I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, when I go out into the world, I do that much less.
Yeah.
And so when I go out, I actually do want to have a better sense of style. So
Sure.
I think I'm trying to take fashion risks in a way I didn't before.
Yeah.
Because maybe that's because I have a more determined sense of self.
Same shoes I've ever seen you wore, same jeans, same socks, same glasses. The shirt might be new, but it's pretty.
It's one of my wife Sarah's maternity shirts.
It's actually kind of a fashion risk.
I know. And I think I'm I mean, I guess I'll let you decide if I'm pulling it off.
What do you guys want for Christmas? I'll start. World peace. Miles, you were gonna say.
I don't want that, but I would like.
What?
Yeah, I just figure let's like keep letting it go wild. But I think I'd like an iPad Mini, so I can read. Because I'd like to read manga.
Get a Kindle.
No, because a Kindle you can't read manga on as easy.
2 major wars going on, and you want to read manga on an iPad Mini.
I'd like to read on an iPad Mini. I said.
Yeah. No, I said Mini.
Well, the Mini is.
Don't correct me when I said exactly what you just said.
I have a
This
Kindle.
is so fucked up.
I have a Kindle Paperwhite, and it just is like I don't quite know how to read manga on it. So then, if I get the iPad Mini, I think that it's a little easier to read manga on that.
Yeah, you don't want like supplies to go to Ukraine.
What is that?
So you don't read the news. Can I ask, do you read the news or do you read just mostly the Apple?
It was mostly manga.
I read mostly manga. So if you ask me about
but
the
you know
news,
that the iPad Mini exists.
Yes, because I saw a catered ad.
On a manga website.
on manga.com.
Thai jasmine rice. Tons of grits.
Grits rice.
Grits count as rice.
I have to pick up my son soon.
Where is he?
I don't know.
Jesus.
It's with cum. What is it?
No, I just thought that each of us
Showing
could.
off his perfect person.
Yes, perfect person merch. Just say it out loud. You're distracting both of us.
Buy the
Perfect
merch,
person
guys.
merch.
Perfectperson.shop.
All right.
What's the name of your kid?
Julian.
Julian. Hey, Jude. Right?
Well, Julian. Sorry, I don't know if you misheard. I don't know if you misheard him. But we call him Juju sometimes.
That's funny.
It's like baby Juju.
Have you taught him Juju on that beat?
No, but I think that's a great idea.
What if he becomes like a dick?
So I've thought about this, and I think that he won't.
I actually meant like a detective. Because then it would be Juju on that beat.
Oh, like I guess if he becomes I'll probably be like, hey, like law enforcement can be tricky.
You're my bond of the week. I think you're tall. I think you're fit. I think you're married, which seems to be a weird through line for all the Bond actors.
They're all married?
A weird
for the most
through line.
Yeah, like
they're in relationships.
Yeah.
You're a laughing stock, man.
Yeah.
You're a laughing stock, man.
It's good to see from this angle because you are panicked, like swiping through screens on your MacBook, and then you land on one that doesn't seem like you were trying to get there in the first place.
I've never felt so seen.
Because after you recorded Perfect Person last time, I ran into you 5 minutes later at the Whole Foods.
Really?
Yeah.
Imagine recording a podcast and then 5 minutes later running into that person. We had
It was
already
very
spoken
weird.
for an hour and a half.
We were talking for an hour, and then I was like, hey.
Thought that was.
My bond of the week is
We were having so much fun. We were like, I feel like it was
Fun
really
conversation.
vibing.
Yes,
We were having,
exactly.
like a good time talking
Yeah.
about seeing each other
And
in
it didn't
public.
even seem like it was slowing down either. Like
No.
we were ramping up.
Yeah.
It was getting good. And then-
Dawn Marie Saltis.
Santa Daddy. What was that?
Wait, what did
Sorry,
you say?
Miles, go do this. Do what you were gonna do.
Santa bitch, throw me in a ditch after noon o'clock and give me a taste of that cock. Santa, can I have a little peek into you?
Miles, what do you got?
Watch Perfect Person or listen to Perfect Person wherever you get podcasts. Yeah, I just launched my merch. I've got a bunch of different stuff.
Do you have a hat?
I don't.
Do you have a house?
I rent.
The hat?
It is okay to lease a hat.
But I will say.
Have you said that before?
Yeah, that's actually a shirt.
It says that.
It's a
But
shirt
yeah,
that says
there's a
it's
crew
okay.
neck. I did a whole thing. There's a little promo thing I worked hard on that's very like culty and weird. And I released the promo on Instagram. And you can check it out at my Instagram at Miles Bond.
Why didn't you do a V-neck?
Because it's not 2003.
Oh my God.
Let's get into it.
I mean, how fucked up is that, right? It used to be that we would just give to the less fortunate.
Miles has a box cutter. Sorry, Miles has a box cutter. He just
staring at me menacingly.
I don't have a box cutter.
You just showed it.
you just wielded it on camera.
Welted and dealt it.
There must have been a glitch.
It wasn't a glitch. You're coming through not only in stereo, but in the highest definition I've ever seen on a Zoom. You're not being attacked.
My internet speed must be frozen.
You don't have to put your hands up. Miles is upset because Geoff said that Italians aren't discriminated against anymore. And that's why he pulled out the box cutter.
The Miles Diggs test. Miles, do you know your Myers-Briggs?
I think I was like an ENFP like a long time ago, but I haven't taken it in a while.
Interesting. You gotta come at things with more judgment.
What does that mean? Like I should be more discerning about the test that I take, or I should have taken it sooner?
Casey.
Are you
really gonna let him talk to you like that?
You didn't go on any dates.
No, I didn't meet anybody out in the wild. So now I'm back on the apps doing chit chat fodder.
I actually do. A lot of people ask me questions about this on my show.
Really?
Perfect Person. Huge shout out.
You might as well plug it now because I don't know
Geoff,
if we'll ever even get to it.
We might even have audio at the end.
Exactly. We're careening towards a cliff. So
Sounds like we have about
we should
4
get
minutes.
it all done out of the way
6
now.
minutes of footage space. It sounds like.
Or 6 hours.
Yeah.
Who
hard
knows,
to
right?
say. But I often tell people if they have an interest to go to the location where that interest is, and then that's how you maybe meet somebody, which like if you take all of LA and you boil it down to like your geolocation, percentage-wise, you probably have less in common than if you're like, I like dice, and you go to a Dungeons and Dragons store.
No, totally.
Yeah.
To have a kid is good. And everyone should do it.
I'm having a kid.
Are you pregnant?
Yeah, well, my wife is
As a
pregnant.
couple?
Yeah, we're having a baby in December.
Wow. That's exciting.
Are they gonna? So they're gonna be a Sagittarius.
No.
And that's that.
It's a Capricorn. I'm pretty sure it's a Capricorn.
Late December.
Late December.
Yeah.
Late
it's
December.
Cap.
Late December.
Yeah.
What are you?
I'm a Sagittarius.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God. You want to get it out of that realm.
There's some quotes in here I'm not even comfortable saying because they're so intimate. But
right. Yes, of course. So don't say any of the interview.
This is really special. I need to hear more.
Oh man. I mean, let me just sort of. Okay. All right.
Fair play.
Souring the mood with that.
With the sound effect?
I just
I'm
feel
applauding
like
your story.
Here's what happened. Everyone laughed. They went, yeah. And right at the what's the opposite of apex? At the
Tail end.
At the tail end of the laughing, you played the sound effects, which meant that we sat in silence.
Yeah, instead of continuing the conversation, the flow of the show,
Right.
Geoff chose to just
Stop it.
completely stop it.
Obliterate
Full
it. Yeah.
stop. Yeah. I'd finished the job.
Got it.
And
you said, no, I don't want to yo-yo in front of all these strangers. That's not really fun. I'm not going to come back. I've already rapped. I'm not going to come back with a fucking yo-yo and perform it for all these people.
I said, let me know when and where to be.
Were you close
What?
to anybody on the? Were you close to anybody on the cast or crew, or were you just sort of a day player with like no connection, and you're gonna come back and yo-yo for a group
Ladies
of
and gentlemen, Jeffrey.
Who?
Kylie Jenner.
No,
Gag
Miles,
City.
no. Gag City.
Kylie Minogue.
It's a thing on Twitter. You got to look up Gag City. Just
I
look
don't
up
think
Gag
I can
City.
Google that without.
It's for the release of their new album.
That's it.
Oh, we didn't get through all 50, but you guys decided to end the segment, right? You guys started to decide because it's supposed to be rapid fire. It's supposed to be celebrity.
fragile.
Natty or
Such a
not. No, not
fragile
fragile. Well, you know what?
producer.
Not fragile producer, fragile show. Not fragile producer, fragile show, because this
Fragile
whole
producer.
thing is threading the needle.
If it was a fraud. No, the show. I guess it's both, but it's a fragile.
Let's
it's
just
a
move
fragile
on.
show
In about
because of the
2011, I got the idea I wanted to take this a step further.
Why do you sound
have to take a
like
break.
a Disney Channel nerd?
Are you okay?
No, I literally
It
am
seems like
so.
someone's supposed to end the show.
I'm so anxious right now. I also feel guilty because my friend Sarah needed me to help move a couch in my truck after this, and then she couldn't. It's not really my fault, but she couldn't because the offer-up person had to push earlier to 1, and I was like, I'm at recording.
Yeah.
So I just feel like I wronged a friend.
Yeah.
I was late to this.
Yeah.
And ultimately, my weekend doesn't start till 9 p.m. tonight.
But that's never happened, right? You think that's ever happened? Oh my God.
That was the biggest burp. That came from
smells
deep.
awful.
Oh,
What did you eat for breakfast?
it was deep.
Fish and a Diet Coke? I think I'm going to be sick. Did you know that was coming? That was awful.
Don't be mad at him. You're
You
looking at him with an
suck.
angry grin.
That wasn't even carbonated. That's cold brew.
I think you just got to say excuse me and move on.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Don't be dismissive.
I don't mean this to hurt your feelings. That might be the worst Bond of the week we've ever done.
I think Can is going to do great.
Cam.
Cam.
You think his name was Cam?
I thought it was Can.
Why are we not lambasting him for that?
Can Bond.
You're gonna change the name of the
name's
fucking
Bond.
name.
Can Bond.
What? Sometimes I sing to my baby in a passive-aggressive manner. And I'm like, Julian, don't grab that. It's not for you.
Hey,
really good
Jules, don't grab that.
Take a knife from the kitchen
Or remember
to not take knives from a drawer.
Leave them in there inside of the drawer.
Lazy Susan, lazy Susan. Let's go into Miles. I'm sorry, Brad.
Yes.
You're burning the rice. Cauterized grains sear thus. Scalded
This is so
rice
embarrassing.
is caked with char. Scraping up
We're stone-faced
burnt
looking
rice.
Yeah, like the idea of doing this at
Damaged
all is
rice
ridiculous, but
is
doing it in front of
stuffed in
two
oil.
people who are like
Scalded
notoriously
rice is
not going to
searing
react
the-
to this type of
searing the-
thing.
Searing the us.
If Mrs. Claus will peg my ass. What do you think?
It's
A lot
your
of
body
you
and your choice.
choice. You've brought up pegging a couple times.
Well, because
just
when
this
the
episode
topic
alone.
of being spread wide comes open, there's the only logical next step.
I hate to get too personal on this, but have you been pegged?
We have to take another break.
Yeah. We gotta next time you come on, we gotta do a two-parter because we do have to wrap things up, and I feel like I could go for another hour.
Yeah.
We have to wrap things up. Cool.
Yeah. Would you come on again?
Yeah, I would come on again. But only because I'm like a little worried about you.
Oh, that's what Melanie Bracewell said.
Who? Don't.
And that was 2 years ago she was on this show.
I think another quote.
Yeah.
Get another-
Yes,
No
please.
way, man. Plug your shit, Miles.
You can watch Perfect Person wherever you get podcasts. You can watch it on YouTube. And you can follow me at Miles Bond.
Sorry, I'm just realizing how much headspace you had in this frame.
Is it? Tell me when to stop.
Stop.
That's so fucked.
No way.
You've been sitting there the whole time and like you're behind the desk, you're directing this.
Yeah.
Why does everybody think I'm directing this? You guys
you-
Because you like
You
Behind the
are.
desk.
we're
You're the-
participating in a shared joy.
You're the you're the technical director, man.
Share a personal problem and ask your partner's advice on how they might handle it. If their advice sucks, call in to the Perfect Person podcast, hosted by Miles Bonsignore.
Yeah, baby.
One last parody, the three of us.
That's awesome.
Start
Yeah,
with
here we go.
Miles. Sing him.
Santa baby, put the reindeer down and grab me. Okay.
Put them down, like
Put
kill
me
them.
down in the sleigh. Put meat hooks into my shoulder blade so I can ride. Also making TikToks actually. So
Perfect Person or
both, but mostly my own one. I made a TikTok about how my nose is big and I can't drink out of a champagne glass. I got a lot of really horny
'cause
comments.
it like stops the glass.
And then all the comments were really kind of thirsty.
Because that's like a kink for people. Big nose,
Yeah.
big.
People said, "Here's my seat."
So thank you guys so much. We will see you next week, or we won't. It'll be interesting. Like America, this is a great experiment. Sax!